The Hanteo Music Awards were a mess, in more ways than one. But what was the real reason that Sserafim's Easy music video was banned by KBS? Not only Inche's styling under fire, but also Yunjin's now. Wake One's forensic analysis of the Jiwoong situation, 21's Dara response to BIGBANG Daesung, and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina, who apparently has such a tiny mouth, which made my wisdom teeth extraction very difficult. So if I'm talking a little weird, it's because I literally have stitches in my mouth. My cheek, I don't know if you can tell, I feel like I naturally have a very round face anyways, so if there's any swelling, you can't really tell. But my cheek, this tooth, amazing. This tooth, he was fighting with me. And I was like, stop. Yes, I was awake. I don't even remember what we were talking about right now. My cheek is kind of like swollen into my teeth, which does make talking a little bit difficult. I've been putting it off though, and I really want to get back to filming, get back to giving you guys your totally legit K-pop news. I mean, there's so much going on right. Somebody pooped themselves at the Hanteo Awards, and somebody fought somebody, and somebody, oh my god, the amount of rumors that there are going around, it really actually made me laugh. So if you're having a bad day, maybe some of this news will help lighten it a little bit. I don't know, but anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. I was about to outro the video and just peace out. These are the lovely individuals who support my channel. Bye. Okay. Oh my god. This is probably not a good idea. Pray for me. I don't have insurance, so I don't know why I'm risking this. Let's get into the video. Welcome to Calm Angelina. So today is finally the day that Sserafim released their music video for Easy. Now, we've been really at the edge of our seats waiting for this, not only because it's Sserafim, duh, literally, but also because ahead of the music video's released, we actually learned that it was banned by KBS. Now, what does this mean? It just means that the video will likely not be broadcast by KBS. You could literally obviously still watch it on YouTube, still watch it on other platforms. But KBS themselves took issue with something in the music video that they deem is a risk of imitation. So sometimes a music video can get banned because it's deemed a bad influence and they don't want people to imitate that. So if we remember before, we talked about a list of music videos that were banned and the reasons why. The most famous example, I think, is Blackpink's Kill This Love, where Rosé is driving without a seatbelt. They wouldn't want people to imitate that, so it was banned. So for Sserafim's Easy, it just says risk of imitation. They didn't specify, however, what would be at risk of imitation. And there was this description of the music video going around, a music video that deals with Sserafim's anxieties and struggles behind the scenes that the group has never played before. So a lot of people were like, oh my god, anxiety, people experience anxiety, what could possibly be imitated, but that's just the description of the music video. That's not the reason it was banned. And actually, since the music video is out now, we can take a look at it, and as a totally legit K-pop journalist, I will give you my feedback. Why I personally think it was banned. So now for my patrons and channel members, I'm going to do a music video reaction. Of course, we'll get to see the full version. 1000%, the underwear look, people are going to complain. Oh my god, that was, oh my god, that was something. Ooh. Oh no, the song almost makes you feel like you're floating. I don't, maybe I'm still wearing off some stuff, but what does that mean? Pull up, wait. Pull it up and I rip it up like ballet. Oh, their hair dryer in the tub, that's peak danger actually. So maybe that's one of the reasons it was banned. Whoa. Are they in a church? Maybe dancing in a church is blasphemous. Wow. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it's beautiful. No, I really enjoyed that. In terms of what I think would have gotten them banned, very likely I think it's the hair dryer scene, because but then that's such a tiny little portion of it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think is the reason it was banned? Here we have the accompanying article. Which scene got Sserafim's Easy music video banned on KBS? So for the risk of imitation. So what's the scene that KBS banned from the Easy music video? It was this, too sapphic for them maybe? Now that the music video has been released, fans have started theorizing about what the scene at fault could be. Until now, all signs point to one seemingly innocent set. The scene that has drawn the most attention and is believed to be the primary reason for the ban involves member Taewon. She's depicted sitting in a bathtub singing when the hairdryer is dropped into the water. This imagery probably raised alarms to KBS over its potential to influence viewers to engage in similarly dangerous behavior. The risk associated with mixing electricity and water is well documented. Thank you, Koreaboo, for that insight. Where, looking back at the music video though, like what happened to like the whole like facing their anxieties and everything? I know a lot of you are gonna be like, actually, I mean, write your paragraphs. I'm genuinely asking. So with all that said, that's literally the only controversy surrounding this so far. Not. So actually ahead of this release, again, there was controversy surrounding Yunjin's micro short outfit in the teaser for Easy. Well, the concept trailer for Easy. And Taewon was also included in this as well, though I would, argue that she was just wearing really short shorts. So if we remember this, people were just complaining that, underwear should remain underwear and not be fashion. So here's the gif of Yunjin here. Then we have Taewon's outfit as well here, just the very short shorts. Now, not everyone thought it was trashy, but there was enough backlash that people ended up talking about it. So similarly, as we just saw in the music video that we watched, Yunjin had another look where she's wearing an underwear look, though it's covered by shorts, but we're still seeing the underwear peeking through. And I think that's what people are taking issue with. So the Sserafim member sparks immediate backlash for NSFW out. Oh, NSFW. So here's the outfit in question that we just saw in the music video. Personally, we're all allowed to have our opinions, right? I personally don't love this outfit. I just think like how baggy the underwear is underneath looks really uncomfortable personally with like the tightness of the jeans. But of course, I would love to know what you think. And with that, here's what some K-netizens think of this. What's wrong with her? Their music is okay, but I end up not liking them when I see them because their style seems to cater to toxic men. WTF, is this right? Who wears boxer trunks underneath? That's literally what I thought. Also, she was wearing a men's underwear brand. Why are they doing this? What good will come of a girl group idol who goes viral for her panties? I couldn't believe what I was looking at. What is wrong with her? I see your underwear. Isn't that men's underwear? So that's the backlash we're getting so far. Some people just really don't like when people's underwear are showing. I can personally understand why the micro short look is very controversial, but I personally loved the first one. As I said, and I quote, she's changing lives one booty cheek at a time. The booty cheeks, of course, implied. But for this one, I feel like I just swallowed a blood clot. Oh my god, do I have dry socket? That would suck. This actually comes not too long after a post was made about Inche's styling as well. Dressing an 18-year-old like this. Some thinking she's too young for some of the styling that they're putting her in, which of course is an age-old question within the K-pop community as well. We need to talk about the Hanteo Music Awards because you're telling me someone in the crowd yelled at Daesung's ZEROBASEONE to leave his group, which prompted a fan to start a physical altercation with that person, which ended up being so traumatic that someone ended up defecating themselves. And then amongst all the fighting, people actually fell into it, which ended up stinking up the place and idols couldn't help but hide their utter disgust. You're telling me that's what happened? What in the world? I leave the internet for a couple days to heal my tiny mouth just to come back to a bunch of different testimonies that sound like a fever dream. This doesn't feel real to me. I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't know what happened at this award show. I do know there's a bunch of testimonies. Can I confirm that they are true? Absolutely not. But will I gladly look into these theories with you? Absolutely. Gladly so. So first of all, we do know for a fact that there was rowdiness within the crowd. And we know this because there's a lot of fan cams of idols reacting to the crowd, looking very concerned. I personally saw a lot of AT's fan cams where the members are just like looking onward to the crowd like, what in the world is going on? Even gesturing to security to help people out. Though there was this one really funny clip where like Hongjung and Mingi were like looking onward so concerned, and then you just see Songwha like vibing to the performance. And I was like, that's a mood. Like, I'm really not observant. You know that theory where like you won't interfere with something because you think someone else will interfere, but then that someone else also thinks someone else will help, and then no one ends up helping anybody because we're all under the impression that someone else would help. I could definitely see how that would happen, but Luckily, there were some idols who stepped forward, right? But there are some people saying that this whole alleged altercation started when a person in the crowd started yelling for ZEROBASEONE's Jung to leave. So for context, there was a whole scandal where a fan had a fan call with him and basically accused him of swearing at the end of the fan call, though the company denies this. The company has denied this twice, actually. There's actually an official clip where you can hear somebody allegedly yelling, leave, leave. Now, I've read some comments from K-netizens saying like, well, you can't really hear clearly what they're saying, but some people think that's what they're saying. So let's hear the clip now. I mean, if some K-nets are not super clear on what was said, why are you looking at, I don't know either. Oh, they were heard clearly during the ending pose of the, well, I don't know anymore. I'm getting mixed messages here because I saw this article where some people are saying that it sounds like they're saying get off work. Withdraw, withdraw, I beg you to do it. This was freaking funny. I heard get off work. Get off work? I heard get off work though. We need to send this to forensics too. So I'm not really sure about that. But again, as I was mentioning, we have so many fan cams of idols literally getting out of their seats to ask security to intervene, idols looking on really confused, really concerned about what's going on in the crowd. Literally to the point that in some idols' acceptance speeches for the awards that they won that night, they were literally like encouraging the crowd to not push each other. Oh my God, Hongjung, please move back a little and be careful. And he wasn't the only one. So Hanbin from ZEROBASEONE also said something in his speech. You don't understand, the compilations for this were absolutely wild. So if the stories weren't wild enough, which of course I can't confirm, you know, we at the very least have all these fan cams of idols just doing the most, just doing everything in their power to help the situation. And the amount of compilations of idols looking like they're smelling something disgusting really feeds into the whole somebody pooped themselves at Hanteo, right? The idols who blocked their noses due to the smell. Oh my God. The winter one is so funny to me. She looks disgusted. Winter was like that before the smell started to propagate. She was just taken aback by the fans fighting. Winter was reacting to the fight in front of her. If you watch the video of Jungho, he just choked. Wasn't Winter just shocked at the Kim Jiwoong fans and Zeros pulling each other's hair? So again, I think it's just really funny to look into the theories. But the cherry on top is that the fan who had their little accident apparently came forward. And this, can you imagine in me in my state, recovering my tiny, tiny mouth, reading all this and just being like, someone pooped at the standing area near the waiting area for the singers. They said that a security card came to check and they confirmed that it was poop. It continues of the security guard said that it was indeed poop and they shined a flashlight on it, but they said they can't clean it, so they said it couldn't be held. It effing stank and this was my only lasting memory of the HMAs. What do you mean it couldn't be cleaned? Like, what do you mean by that? No, but like what is the what reason realistically would there be that you couldn't clean it? So then a very funny individual, I would say, came forward to say, tags, Hanteo poop standing toilet. Hello, I'm the person who pooped their pants in the Hanteo charts arena. I realized that many people had suffered because of me as I looked through Twitter. I'm sorry for inconveniencing many people. I will remember today's incident and reflect. I'm sorry once more for ruining a good day. There's so many people being like, there's no way you could have convinced me to admit that it would have been me. Like, can you imagine? There's just so many conflicting stories and I think it's so funny. Personally, I'm gonna wait for any like official statement to come out before I believe anything, but I think it was really fun to look into this with you guys. Which, on that note, since we were talking about ZEROBASEONE, we might as well give an update about the Kim Jiwoong situation. I already gave a backstory to this once in this video, but, you know, again, for context, there was a fan that accused him of swearing at the end of a video call. Now, the company did deny this. They literally said that they checked with Jiwoong, they checked with the translator, and they checked with the staff member that was there, and they all said that this didn't happen. But there were some people who just really didn't buy this explanation, to the point that even protest trucks were sent in front of the company asking for his removal of the group. Now, if you remember, within that statement, they did say they would use forensic analysis to determine what the truth really is. And with that, we actually have the results of this. So let's take a look. Hello, this is Wake One. On February 5th, we requested expert evaluation of the video that was spreading on social media and online communities through the law firm Shin and Kim, and we are informing you of the results. So from this, they determined that what was pronounced at the end of the video was both thank you and then the swear. And after analyzing the frequency response waveforms, the pitch and height of the two voices were determined to be different, and the results found that they were different voices from different people. Considering that the video in question was not filmed by the device used for the video call, but a different external filming device, there is a possibility that the voice cursing was a recording of an external voice, and we have ascertained that this may be used as evidence that is not our artist's voice. So they basically say this took some time to make because, of course, they had additional expert evaluation. So they ask for understanding while apologizing in this regard. We promise not only to continue to protect our artists on the basis of truth so that they do not suffer any damages, but to do everything we can to prevent additional damages being suffered by the fans who love our artist. For many, this is just a second conclusion to an issue that has been closed, with Jiwoong himself also releasing a statement about this. You must have waited a long time. My heart was heavy all the while. To our zeros who stood by my side unconditionally, I'm sorry for making you worry. When I thought about how this incident wasn't something I had to bear on my own, but something that must have also affected zeros and caused you distress, my heart did not feel comfortable. For some, it might feel too late, but for me, I am thankful for the opportunity to address the issue even now. As always, I will do my best to be by your side so that zeros can smile and be happy. Zeros, thank you, and I love you. So like I said, for some, this is basically a second conclusion to an issue that had already been concluded. To others, however, they still aren't buying it. Here are some comments in response to the company's forensic analysis. Seems like the company is just making things up from their own judgment. The company needs to stop. Do they take people for fools? Apologize to the fan who had to hear the curse. I just think that they're being too much to the fan who paid so much. They're really digging their own grave. Ultimately, they didn't apologize to the fan who had to hear the curse. ZB1 had good buzz, but he's blocking the entry to the fandom. Who would enter wanting to hear curses? The company is stupid. The other members are receiving damage. So from here, we actually had the fan also give an update to the situation as well. She starts off by saying, stop twisting words with an analysis that lacks content. Everyone is reading it differently because it lacks content, but I assume this is what you wanted so that you can overlook the truth. She starts saying that in the previous article, they talked about how they talked to staff and Jiwoong himself and they all denied everything. But this time the article says that the staff doesn't remember what he said. You don't know who I am or what I said, so what did you actually confirm? Of course, Kim Jiwoong and the staff wouldn't remember the conversation we had because I'm just a regular fan, not a sasaeng. If I had said something out of pocket, the staff would have stopped me and then I would have made an impression. She goes on to call the statement condescending, that they don't have any concrete evidence. You can clearly hear the swearing, so what were you thinking? Today I saw how the article contends that there is a possibility of a third party's voice being inserted. How does this logically lead to that voice not being Kim Jiwoong's? It's not even concluded that the voice was certainly not his. She goes on to deny that she did any manipulation to the recording. Let's say he really didn't say that himself, but if a fan who paid hundreds and millions felt that way, wouldn't you personally approach me and resolve the alleged misunderstanding? You shouldn't frame a fan as an anti. If it was really just a simple misunderstanding, it would have stayed between me and you, and that would have been the end of the issue. From the moment I heard the swear word, I spent painful days. At first you framed me as a sasaeng, and now you're saying it's fake. The real ones who are manipulating are Wake One, Kim Jiwoong, and Kim Jiwoong's fans, not me. I lost the last bit of my affection and I'm really upset. Frame me as much as you want, but do you think that's helping to foster a healthy and mature K-pop scene? Please think again. She also says she won't be posting the full video, and that's not because she did anything regretful. I can't trust to reveal my private information to the public when people are already dragging me to oblivion now. If you are really in the clear, reveal the CCTV footage that you said you have, because how Kim Jiwoong really behaved on that day would have been captured in that footage. So with all that, of course, I would love to know what you think, especially considering the fact the company has denied this twice now and people still will not let it go. Now, of course, when I say people, it doesn't mean everyone, because if what we know about the Hanteo Awards are true, if we have someone in the crowd yelling for him to leave and then it starts a fight, I mean, obviously it means people feel quite varied about this, right? So with that, let's move on to some K-pop shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently. We had Jennie's skin who went viral. Let's take a look at the picture. I always absolutely love seeing idols up close and personal like this. I love seeing pores. Not that I would let you see mine, but I love seeing pores. Then we also had people complaining about ENHYPEN's ticket prices. So they're going on a world tour in the US. Oh, what? I get it. You don't need me to explain myself. I understand. Your world tour, but this is the US kick of it. I get it. It's just funny reading it like that. Fans who joined the pre-sale yesterday reported that nosebleeds were at least 140. Not bad. Meanwhile, VIP tickets are 700 USD without taxes. That sounds about regular for K-pop. I don't know. Me acting like I've been to a ton of concerts. I just know that the concerts I went to were absolutely ridiculous. What the F are these ENHYPEN prices? So you have section 101 for 338. When I tell you again how much I paid to see 17 in row 300, they looked like little, very synchronized ants on stage. I paid that price for that ticket. So it's actually better than 17. I mean, no, I'm not trying to like actually downplay the issue. I do feel for you. Like that's ridiculous, but they know that they can get away with it. They know that they can charge these prices. Inflation, the worst part of inflation. It's not the $10 oranges. It's this. Boy Next Door revealed their light stick. So I'm really excited to look at it with you guys, to react to it with you guys in real time. Oh, it's just a teaser. This is bad journalism. Okay, like I get it that you would make it a house because Boy Next Door, but that feels like a little too on the nose unless you actually have your light stick as a ball. I think that would be really out of the box. I mean, it would literally not be a light stick anymore, but it'd be kind of cute. I don't know, just, oh, if Hoshi ever had a light stick, because then people would be forced to do this pose. Pledis, hit me up. I almost forgot to include this story, but do you remember a couple videos back when Daesung of Big Bang went on the PSIC YouTube channel for the Nara quiz show, which is apparently a show that's purposely inflammatory, that purposely wants to tackle cancel culture and cancel their own guests? Basically, he was asked to rank people from YG Entertainment of who contributed the most to the least. And within the list, he chose 21 as the ones who contributed the least. Now, despite the premise of this show, people really didn't care. They were not happy with what he said. They basically said, you know, he should have just talked about his own group. Why bring 21 into this? 21 contributed so much and so on. Well, we have a little bit of an update to the situation, actually, with Dara responding to this. She basically said, I know it was just for entertainment, but I was upset at first. Continuing on. But then I met Daesung at a salon. I couldn't avoid him. But we made up as soon as we saw each other. A showbiz is a showbiz. And in fact, Big Bang and 21 are like siblings. So it seems she was asked about the scale of what she thought she contributed to the company, right? To which she says, I believe myself alone would have put the elevators in the building, and that she's pretty confident that 21 at least added an entire floor. So of course this prompted just a huge conversation about 21's impact in K-pop, 21's impact within YG Entertainment itself. And I actually made a short about this, so let's read some of your comments. If 21 hadn't existed, Blackpink wouldn't have been as big of a deal. No 21, no Blackpink. He was flustered and just gave an answer. People would be upset regardless of what he said. I think it's much more safe for him to say 21 because they are friends rather than his juniors, whom he may not even interact with. Like with Dara, he could have easily talked and straightened his statements. And he did just that. I'm not saying that what he did was right, but it's a show that's trying to make a short clip out of context to cancel the individual, so context matters. Bro, we all know what would have happened if he put Blackpink last. The point of this show is for him to say something like that. The first female group to win Artist of the Year is a big deal, and I'm pretty sure he knows that. He knew saying that would get him canceled. I look at it as a joke at the full picture. 21 was huge back in the day. They were head-to-head with Girls' Generation. So I'm surprised he said that, especially when they have newer boy groups that are unfortunately not as big as they were, with a comment clarifying that it was a multiple choice question. You know, he did say if Big Bang were in that list of multiple choices, that they would have been least. Well, if it was just for shock value and they made up, why would I be upset? Like, I'd be upset if his joke landed, but it didn't. So of course, let me know what you think in the comments below. So I'm gonna end the video here. My face does not feel good. Thank you so much for joining me. I didn't think it would be like this. I really thought I was good for now. You know, honestly, they were just like, you'll be in and out. Like you could literally drive home after the procedure. And I'm like, oh, And then I'm like reading online and it's like, you could take 2 weeks to recover. I'm like, nobody told me that. If you have insurance and the money to do it, I would definitely recommend getting knocked out because it was traumatic and I didn't like it. So thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.